All right, all right. We are about to start and get live here real shortly. So, with that being said, if you are joining in on the live stream, first of all, thank you for coming in and hanging out, chit chatting for a little bit. Um, yeah. So, in the description, you guys will see that there is a referral link for US Mobile if you're thinking about taking advantage. Uh, I would appreciate if you guys use the referral link to sign up for US Mobile. Um, there's a video that's going to drop a little bit later here after the live stream is over, and that's a pretty sweet deal for a Pixel 9 on US Mobile. $400 off, but I get more of the details explained in that video. So make sure you have bell notifications turned on so you won't miss that video when it drops later on today, giving you guys some insight on the Pixel 9 being sold through US Mobile for $400, man. That's a pretty good deal, especially with the Pixel 9a about to drop. That's a very good deal. But anyways, welcome back. Glad to have you here. If you are here, smash the like button. It truly does help out. And yeah, share this on various social platforms. I would truly appreciate it. But in today's live stream, it won't be live too long, but I kind of wanted to go live and just talk to you guys about the different service providers that I've been able to use and what I think about them. To be quite honest, I'm only comparing four of them. I know there's more out there. There's like Mint Mobile. There's, um, Google Fi. I could have thrown Google Fi in the mix, but I went with the ones that I kind of just continuously go back to. Also on my current provider, right? I've already done talks about Metro by T-Mobile, so I didn't include them in the mix. So it's just basically, it is going to be Boost Mobile, Mobile X, US Mobile, and Helium Mobile. I'll give you guys some insights of what I think about the four different providers, and yeah. So, anyways, let's just kind of kick it off with Boost Mobile. Boost Mobile being basically one that's like a love-hate type thing. Boost Mobile basically has a lot of ground to fix when it comes to their customer service. But if you take that out of the equation, if you literally take that out of the equation and just focus on the plan offerings and, of course, any like deals, sales, Boost Mobile is pretty much decent. Network connectivity is decent. It's just, with Boost Mobile, it's like it's all over the place with them. I remember the very beginnings of Boost Infinite before they switched back the name to Boost Mobile to just tie it all together. Boost Infinite was heavily pushing for uh, network, what was it, multi-connection, I guess you can say, right? Their smart switch and whatever they were going for, right? They heavily pushed that. We haven't really heard too much about that anymore. Have you guys noticed? Like, has anyone noticed with Boost Mobile that you don't really hear a lot about their smart switch anymore, right? I mean, they do tell you like they have their own 5G network, right? The Boost native 5G, and then you also have connections with AT&T. You have connections with T-Mobile. So you have those options depending on where you live and you sign up is what they assign you to. but you don't really hear too much about the network smart switch. And you only really hear about that if you're put on the Boost native 5G because you default to AT&T connection if you're in an area where Boost native 5G is not present. So yeah, you don't really hear about that anymore. But nonetheless, Boost Mobile, from what it was, a prepaid company with a push to talk on the IDA network, to what it is today, a legit postpaid company under the Dish and EchoStar umbrella. Boost Mobile has come a long way. And some of the plan offerings seem to be very decent, right? Like what we have right here is a $15 for 3 months, right? So if you sign up with Boost Mobile today, for the first 3 months, you'll pay $15 instead of $25, and then after that, it's $25 a month on their unlimited plan, which basically gives you unlimited talk and text and 30 gigabytes of priority data, and then you are slowed down for the rest of your bill cycle. So they have deals like that. On devices, they have deals like iPhone 13. You can get one for $99 if you're on the $60 unlimited premium plan. Um, so 99 bucks, that's not bad at all whatsoever if you're looking to get an iPhone 13. You can go with where is it? They have their infinite access for iPhone and infinite access for Galaxy users. So, yeah, here are their plans currently right now. This is a $25 plan. To have it marked for $15 because the first 3 months, you that's what you pay for the plan. After that, it's $25 a month. And this is your offerings: unlimited talk, text, and data. No contract required. $25 a month forever. Buy now, pay later available, so which means that you could be on prepaid, $25, or you could be on postpaid, $25. The premium data amount is 30 gigs of data, right? You have the unlimited plus, which is $50 a month. You get all that jazz. You get up to $300 off device savings if you upgrade. You get hotspot included, but it's like a limited amount of. That's not unlimited amount of hotspot. There's a limit to it. It is for prepaid and postpaid customers, and you get 40 gigs of premium data. And then the highest tier plan is $60. All that jazz, up to $430 off when you're upgrading instead of $300. You get hotspots. It is prepaid and postpaid. You get the North America Connect add-on for free, and you get 50 gigs of premium data. That is, with Boost Mobile. Now, if you're apparently if you're on the native Boost 5G, which means if you have the physical Rainbow SIM, or if your eSIM is called the Rainbow eSIM, then I believe it's 100 gigabytes of data before you're slowed down on their own native 5G. So I mean, decent plans. Now, the reasons that I've gone to Boost Mobile quite a bit of times, use their services and everything like that before I move on to the next carrier, happens to be the fact that at a time, Boost Mobile did have pretty good customer service. Um, you know, my wife's messaging me. I love my wife very much, if you guys don't know. Anyways, so the customer service back then was actually pretty good. Back then, I felt like I was treated fairly and well enough. Like I didn't feel like they were spoiling me, but I felt like that back then their customer service genuinely cared. And this is like way, 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 way back. I'm talking about like 2011, 2012 Boost Mobile days. They were pretty solid, and even going into 2013, 2014, they were okay, right? Like I was one of the few people on YouTube that was making videos about Boost Mobile phones, unboxing them, and then talking about their services. They were pretty good back then under the days of Sprint. I know, believe it or not, Sprint. But over that time, their customer service started to go downhill, and it went even further downhill when Dish acquired them. And right now, anyone who has a pair of eyes can see that technically Boost Mobile is just all about getting money. I mean, I run and operate a Boost Mobile page on Facebook, and there's like 2.9 thousand people that have followed the page and are consistently posting on it. And the most that I see on there is a lot of horror stories about ordering a device, right? Signing up for the Infinite Galaxy or the Infinite iPhone plan, paying $200-300, upfront to get the order started, and then like a day later the order's canceled, and the customer doesn't get their money back for like 7 to 14 days. I mean, that's insane. That's a very bad customer experience. Or even because they're going to tell their friends, and then their friends who would have been potential customers are not going to want to sign up with Boost Mobile. So that is the only thing that plagues Boost Mobile, and is the reason that I frown upon them now, is just because their customer service is very bad. It's horrible. But their offerings are decent. Their plans are decent. Their native network connection I've seen has been pretty decent. It's not available where I live. It's like available 7 blocks down the road from where I live. So, but yeah, that's kind of the reason why I keep going back to them. Now, before I rank all of these in order, I'm going to give you guys just my thoughts, experience with them, and then I'll give you guys my ranking. Next up on the table is Mobile X. Right? Mobile X, the MVNO whose CEO is also the founder of Boost Mobile. He is the founder of Mobile X now, and Mobile X is making some huge strides, some huge things going on, right? Like their plans, this $3.48 a month, customize your own personalized access plan was a promo. The $14 for 15 for 10 gigs at $25, for fully unlimited used to be a promo. They have since made those the actual plans, so they're no longer promotional plans. So if you sign up with Mobile X, which uses the Verizon network, for $25 a month, you get full unlimited, full access to ultra wideband. It's kind of the reason I think that Visible kind of like did their plan switch up too, is to compete against Mobile X. But anyways, I digress. We're not really going to talk about that until later, like in another video or live stream, right? So Mobile X, is very different, a very different option out there. They're very invested on their personalized access. They want to push people to basically save money by just seeing and realizing how much data they actually use. The biggest thing for Mobile X, why I love the services, is their customer service. Now, granted, there's not like a specific direct line to always call in. I mean, they just recently started doing that. In the very beginning stages, it was all done through the app, through chat. Now it's chat, and you're able to actually contact a live rep. But the expert care team, they're phenomenal. Okay, I know some people make complaints about expert care because they're not able to resolve the problem as fast as the customer would like, right? Like some people expect resolutions for no data connections that may be a system error. They expect them to solve it in under 3 minutes, when sometimes it could take a day, with the ticket having to be sent to the back office team for them to investigate and get that resolved, right? And again, this is an MVNO, so if certain things are not working on, say like data wise, sometimes they actually have to reach for the help of the network owner, which is Verizon, and have their back office team assist with Mobile X's back office team to get something resolved. But I digress from that. For the most part, they are a very solid team, okay? And you'll be surprised because they are a very small team, yet they're able to handle the load that they handle because all the people of expert care are just fantastic. They're phenomenal. Okay, I'm not going to tell you guys the inner parts of it, but just know they're not a giant team like T-Mobile or AT&T. Okay, they don't have hundreds of call centers that take the load of customer inquiries. So I am always very impressed with Mobile X and just how they're able to handle with customer service. That's just me. Their services are not bad at all whatsoever. If you're in an area where Verizon is solid, but then you're always going to have the best experience, because if Verizon's good, Mobile X will be good. Of course, there are places where you go and Verizon's not the greatest, so then you're not going to get the best connection with Mobile X. The CEO, Peter Adderton, like while most people would say he's fake, he's just BSing people to make them think that he cares about his customers, I would differ from that opinion. This is a guy that is active on social media and very much listens to his customer base. I mean, when a lot of people were posting on X that, man, they were enjoying the full unlimited for 25 bucks, gosh, this would suck when it goes away. Like, he literally listened, and then he extended the promo for another couple of months. Then he just finally made it the permanent plan offering. So he really does actually listen to his fan base. So no, he's a great person. And again, I will always be appreciative of Peter Adderton outside of the telco industry, just as a human being. Like I said, at one time I worked for Mobile X. And I was working for them during the time when my mother passed away, and I didn't expect it, but he directly emailed me with an email, and it wasn't like, a copy paste type email. He really, you could tell by the words and how things were structured. He really took the time to write that email. So I'm always appreciative, and maybe one day I get to meet the guy. Maybe one day I get to stand face to face with Peter Adderton and not bug him about mobile tech, but talk to him like a friend. That'd be totally awesome. But yeah, Mobile X, very solid service. Currently, right now, I am using US Mobile. And I know that'll probably sting with Peter Adderton because him and US Mobile, they don't get along. But there's a reason why I'm using US Mobile. And as a matter of fact, if Mobile X ever procured a deal with AT&T or T-Mobile to allow Mobile X customers to benefit from both networks, believe you me, I would go back. Even if he started charging on that plan $45 a month, I would go back to Mobile X. But my Mobile X line is not closed. It's suspended because I pay and turn it on when I want to use it, test it, or whatever. But I don't close my account. So my account is still there with Mobile X. I'm just not actively using them. And with Mobile X, they've been decent, like I said. US Mobile is actually turning out to be pretty decent too, right? I signed up on the Dark Star, which is AT&T connection. Because I'm on this plan right here, the Unlimited Premium, which I can tell you guys, they're actually charging me $44. So I don't know if it's a glitch on their end. I did use the code full speed, so I'm supposed to be charged 35 bucks, but their system keeps charging me $44. So it's whatever. I will chat with them later and get that resolved. But first of all, their customer service is pretty good. Their customer service is not as good as Mobile X's, but they're still pretty good. I mean, for most of the time that I am chatting with them, they are able to resolve my problems in a good amount of time. As far as the service plans that are offered, you can be on Dark Star, which is AT&T. You can be on Lightspeed, which is T-Mobile. You can be on Warp, which is Verizon. And if you're on the Unlimited Premium, as it says right here, free network transfers. So if you move or if you're going to an area where T-Mobile is better than your current connection, you can just chat it up with US Mobile and tell them, hey, I'm going to be here for a while. I'd like to switch my connection from Dark Star to Warp or Dark Star to Lightspeed or any whichever configuration you're trying to go for, and they'll do it. Yeah, it takes a little bit of time just because obviously they do got to make changes with your account in order for you to be on the network that you asked to be on. So Peter Adderton all the way. Yeah, Peter Adderton's a great guy, Tia. He really is a great guy. Appreciate you for commenting. But yeah, so you do have some benefits with US Mobile. You have also, free smartwatch plans. So that's pretty cool. It says right here, uncapped. Of course, there are some limitations, to the unlimited premium plan. But if you don't care for all these things, like the 20 gigs international data use, international calling and texting, the multi-line subscription perks or the multi-network add-on. If you're not worried about those, you just want, unlimited talk, text, and data, then you always can go with the unlimited starter. It's 25 bucks a month. So yeah, you can always do that. And then, if you did want a network transfer, it's like $2 that, you would have to pay. And yeah, you would, be switched from whatever current, network connection you have with US Mobile to whatever one that you choose to go on. So they're okay. I still need a little bit more time with US Mobile to really kind of get a feel for just how they are service-wise, but so far the experience has been okay. That's really all I'll say on that right now. The Pixel 9 deal, I have a video dropping after the live stream is done that goes over the Pixel 9 on US Mobile, you can get one for $400. So stay tuned for that video. And then lastly, for my experience, is Helium Mobile. Uh, Helium Mobile has made some changes recently, right, with these 3 new plan offerings that they have. So it's really hard for me because the reason that I have aligned with Helium Mobile is that I am a novice intro into um, crypto, and Helium Mobile is a crypto-based phone company. It used to be. Everything now is done through cloud points. So if you're on any of these plans, if you go for their free plan, which I'm telling you right now, the zero plan is in fact a free plan. You pay nothing. You get 100 minutes of voice. You get 300 texts, and you get 3 gigabytes of data a month for free. How is it free? Literally, the way that my plan on Helium Mobile, because I have the legacy plan, so I turn on mapping on my phone. I earn crypto every day just for moving around my city. And it allows them to map where the Helium network services is weak or is underperforming or absolutely doesn't have any. So they can incentivize anyone who gets the outdoor or indoor hotspots that they sell and deploys them in those areas. So that's my plan, and my plan is $20 a month. Unlimited talk and text. It's only 28 gigabytes of premium data, and then you're slowed down to 3G speeds, so they say. It is a secondary line, so I'm not worried about it. I use it as a backup line, a burner phone, or whatever you guys want to call it. And because I've earned enough crypto, I actually use the crypto that I've earned to prepay my bill. So I'm set for another year of free phone service with Helium Mobile. But with their new plans that they're offering, the zero plan is free because your phone has to have mapping turned on. You cannot turn it off. And that's what makes your phone plan free. But if you want to move up from that, then you can go to their Air plan, which is $15 a month for 10 gigs of data, unlimited talk and text. And if you do any of the tasks that they have, you earn cloud points, which you can exchange for gift cards like an Amazon gift card, Starbucks gift card, a Visa prepaid debit card. So you can actually get it in, the funds, the cloud points converted to cash. You can use it towards your phone bill and make your bill free. And they also have the unlimited, the Infinity plan, which is supposed to be unlimited, and it's 36 gigabytes of premium data, basically, and then you're slowed down to 3G speeds, unlimited talk and text. Same thing here, mapping turned on, you earn cloud points, you refer somebody, you earn cloud points, and they have more things that they're going to have people do in order to earn the points. As you accumulate the points, you can spend it in their cloud store. So that's if you sign up now with Helium Mobile, but like a lot of the OG Helium customers who signed up in the beta stages when it was in Miami only and it was $5 a month to when they went nationwide at $20 a month, we earn crypto. So right now we earn AT&T, which is the Helium network tokens, and you actually, if you connect that to your crypto wallet and you transfer it over, you can convert it to Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, whatever crypto that you prefer to invest in, and grow. See what happens. See if you make additional money off of it, passive income, whatever you want to call it, and cash out for it. I mean, you can. I wish they would bring that plan back for people, because there are some people who didn't really know about Helium Mobile because it was still under wraps. And so now they're finding about Helium Mobile. They're seeing on Reddit that Helium Mobile is like, crypto-based phone company. So they're like ready to jump in and sign up. And then they see these 3 plans and they're like, everything is earning cloud points. Where's the crypto? And so I really wish that, they would just have a 4-tier plan, right? Zero plan, Air plan, Infinity plan, all accumulate cloud points that you can exchange for gift cards and, payment towards your phone or whatever. And then have, the crypto plan. I would just call it the crypto plan. And that's, $20 a month. And that's the plan that I'm on. Unlimited talk and text, 28 gigs of premium data. Mapping earns you AT&T. And, just have 4 plans. I really, really think that Helium should do that. The customer service is fantastic. I mean, they are, second to Mobile X, because then sometimes, they can be a little bit dicey. But for the most part, they're pretty decent. And they are chat only. So that's the other reason why I say they are second to Mobile X, because Mobile X is chat only as well. But Mobile X also has a number that you could directly call if you want to speak to a live expert care rep. Helium doesn't have that. Boost Mobile does, but they really try to get people to go through chat. So those are the four that I wanted to review and kind of give you guys, my thoughts, opinions, experiences on, because the experience with all of them has been great. T-Mobile works good in my city, so with Helium Mobile that operates on the T-Mobile network and the Helium network, so it's like a hybrid. Whenever you're around somebody that has a outdoor hotspot deploying for the Helium network, you will connect to that over the T-Mobile network for data. Mobile X on Verizon, US Mobile on AT&T and Verizon, because I have the multi-connection, so I do have Warp and Dark Star data connection on my Pixel 8a. And then Boost Mobile, which utilizes their own native 5G network, as well as AT&T and T-Mobile. I've always had a good experience with data connection, calls, and text. Has been fine. Really, on the judgment side of everything, it's all about customer service and how they treat their customers. So right now, in last place, Boost Mobile sits in last place. They really need to fix their customer service. They absolutely do. Aside from that, basically, coming in right after that would be US Mobile. And it's only because I need more time to really just kind of mess around with them. I'm the type of person that when I want to tell you guys about their customer service, I actually chat in with them and, just basically talk scenarios and see how they handle me when they think I'm an angry customer, when they think I'm a happy customer, when they think I'm a concerned customer. And I pay attention to how they handle me as a customer. And that's where I get, if they've, if they're decent, good, or if they're poor. Right, so US Mobile right now is sitting in third place, but that's not finalized. Helium Mobile in second place. Like I said, their customer service is decent. Their offerings are pretty good. And the only thing they need is a direct line to call somebody over the phone. Sometimes people don't want to chat, especially if they're having, phone issues. They don't want to, log into the app and chat through the app to get a Helium rep on. They want to call in, talk to somebody, and get that done. So that's why they sit in second. And then in first place, when it comes to not only network connection for me, but also customer service treatment, Mobile X is in the top spot. Like I said, they're on the Verizon network. Verizon's always been reliable for me in places that I've gone. Even if it's on LTE, it's still been reliable. And the top part is that expert care is such a phenomenal group of people, a small group. They're not as big as T-Mobile customer care or AT&T or Verizon's customer care, yet they're able to handle a massive amount of, customers' daily inquiries. Trust me, I've seen how many inquiries come in a day, and they're able to get to them. Maybe not immediately right away, but the way that they have it basically worked around your schedule, your timing, right? So if you chat in with them right now and you're like, hey, I wanted to transfer my phone from physical SIM to eSIM, they may not get to you right away, but when they respond back to you, there's no limitation for how long it takes you to respond to them. They will respond to you and then wait for you to reply back. And really, you pretty much dictate like how long it takes for that to get done. Because as you, like if you reply back immediately that you get a reply from a Mobile X rep from the expert care, if you reply back, they'll know. It pops up for them to see, and they'll reply back immediately with next steps. Of course, like I said, you dictate the flow. If you want to get it done quickly, you want to talk to them, there's a way to reach them by phone, and then that way you can talk to them over the phone, get things done. And they're really good at multitasking because, believe it or not, if they are assisting you over the phone, they're actually handling other accounts too as well. And so I have never run into an issue where they have mistakenly given me the wrong next steps because they, crossed me and confused me with another customer they're helping. So the people that they've got in the expert care team are really solid. They're really solid. They're very great at multitasking. They're a phenomenal team, and I hope Peter Adderton rewards them very well for all their hard work from the early days of beta with Mobile X to where they're currently at right now. They definitely deserve it, like a vacation package or, a year of service free. I don't know what he would give them, but, I know he does take care of his people, so that's the plus side of everything. And if you were to ask me, if he called me right now and said, come back to work for me, But then, hands down, I would be back to work for Mobile X. I wouldn't even take it a second thought. I would go back. I would, because I didn't leave the company. I didn't quit on them, right? Circumstances revolving around what happened with my mother's passings and one of the people they used to have on their team, um, just put me out, and that's really the reason why I'm not with Mobile X anymore. I didn't walk on them. I didn't quit on them. They had a person over there who didn't want to put up with what I was going through with my mom passing, and thought that my mind wasn't in the right place, and just didn't want to like talk and give me some more time off if that's what they felt like, right? They completely just pushed me out, and I'm like, wow. But I don't hold that on the company. I hold that on that one individual who's no longer with them. So it is what it is. Anyways, yeah. So that's where I rank it at. Number 1, first place, Mobile X. Number 2, second place, that is Helium Mobile. Number 3, third place is US Mobile on the account that I haven't had much time with them, and in last place, Boost Mobile, because their customer service is trash. It is absolute hot garbage. They really, really need to fix a lot of what's going on with them. New Dag, what's up, man? So yeah, that's the ranking that I put all these MVNO prepaid, one prepaid, postpaid hybrid, which is Boost Mobile. That's where I put them at. Yeah. So I got a little bit more time left before I jump off. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about any one of them, ask right now. I am open to answering and taking any questions right now, or just chit chatting for the remainder time that I have left before I gotta dip out. Can I take a look at Firsty Global? Hang on, let me see if I can find that. Your international mobile data travel app. I don't know if that's the right one. Let me look through all these links here. I don't see anything else, but I'll go to this. All right, so your international mobile data travel app. Okay, this is interesting. The first free mobile network. Stay online anywhere, no cost, no hassle. A free global connection, 1 eSIM from the globe. Trusted by 500,000 travelers. Trustpilot score 4.6 out of 5. Choose your plan. So, firsty free. Watch ads, 0 cost. So you got to watch ads in order for it to be free. So it's basic speeds. So what do they consider basic speeds? Let's find out. Thanks for bringing that up too, by the way, Deanne. I really appreciate that. All right. Firsty free, unlimited free mobile data worldwide. Watch an ad to unlock free data for emails, maps, WhatsApp, and iMessage. Safe, simple, no roaming costs, no roaming costs. More ads equals more data. So it's like they want you to try it out. But they don't give you anything else on that. So how does it work? I'm not gonna add it to my phone if they don't tell me how it works. Okay, so 1, connect. Never lose your connection. Firsty is always on. No data, no problem. You can still access the app, grab data, watch an ad, or upgrade whenever. It works in the US. Do you have this service? If you have this service, please tell us in the chat right now. Like, how's it working out for you? Unlimited Uber access for free. Land, tap, ride. Firsty keeps Uber online so you can book instantly. So there's certain things that will remain connected no matter what, and then there's others that you got to watch ads for. More data, watch an ad or invite friends. Need extra internet, watch a quick ad and get minutes of low speed 256 kilobits to 1 megabit kilobits per second or 1 megabit per second. So between 256K to 1M, depending on your region. Want even more? Bring your friends and level up your speed. Need speed? Upgrade anytime. When you want faster internet, just upgrade. When you're done, pause it, go back to Firsty Free. No commitments, no wasted days, just internet on your terms. I mean, that's kind of cool. It is kind of cool. I'll give it that. Let's see. So, Comfort Plus starts at €1 a day. All the features from Firsty Free, plus high speed, browsing, navigation, and social media. So, okay, so if you're on the Firsty Free, the data that you earn allows you basic speeds, so like, 2G speeds. Looks like it limits it to email, text, and Uber, and you have to watch ads to get those to get the data. So you're watching like a bunch of ads to get free data. That's 2G speeds. If you want higher speeds, you got to go with Comfort Plus. It's like $1, €1 per day. That gives you high speed to use on social media, navigation, and web browsing. No ads to watch to get that. You pay for it. That's why. But you get all the features of this. So you still get like, the unlimited Uber access to book an Uber, text, and email. First class is $2 or 2.50 euros a day. All the features of Comfort Plus extra high speed data. So I guess it's like 2G, 4G, 5G, or maybe 2G, low band 5G, and then like premium 5G, right? Video streaming. So if you want a video stream on it, you got to go with this and pay 250 a day. 250 euros, 2.50 euros. Oh, I'm like so weirded out. Can't say it. It's like a timer. Every ad, every watch ads you get is 14 minutes. It's a data only sim. Perfect. So I guess the reason why they threw in text right here in the Firsty Free is because the data can be used if you're on iPhone for iMessage, if you're on Android for RCS, and if you're on iPhone messaging your Android buddies, then you'll use RCS on iPhone. I guess that's why they put it there, along with email and Uber. So, I'm stating that you're already using this then, correct? Let us know, dang, if you're using this. I mean, this is not bad to have for like a backup connection, to be quite honest, right? If you sign up and get this, which I'm probably going to do that today because I want to test this out now. So I'll probably put it on one of my other phones that I don't have an active SIM on at all, install it and go with the free, and then see what happens there. Isaac, what's up? Welcome. Glad to have you here, man. Glad to have you here. Yeah, so this could be something that, you initially use as a backup, just to like quickly get online if you absolutely have no service. If you're, at home and the power is out and there's no Wi-Fi. So I might actually install this eSIM on my kids' phone so they have additional data. Just to basically reach out if they need to. Because they're on the Helium 0 plan, so they get 3 gigs of data. And by the way, if those people want to know how it's been working out for them, it's been working out great. They are, currently at this point, they're able to make 3 gigabytes last them the entire month. Well, almost the entire month. They kind of run out like a day or two before. Like they'll come to me and be like, "I'm completely out of data," and I'm like, "Oh, it's 2 days until your plan renews." So, it's been working out for them. So big shout out to my kiddos for being my test dummies for the Helium 0. I'm actually going to be making a video, and I'm going to have my daughters in the video to give me their experience with the Helium 0 plan. Now, of course, they're going to say it sucks because they want to be online all the time when they leave the house and they go places. They want data wherever they go where they don't have to worry about it. But this is how I limit their usage when we're away from home, like at family dinners, when we go to like, amusement parks, things like that. I don't want them on their phone all the time. That's why they have the home Wi-Fi here to take advantage of that. So. Oh yeah, the service is called Firsty, like thirsty, but Firsty. I don't know. Let me type it in here. So uh, it's like the word thirsty, but with an F. So it's thirsty. And yeah, you have these options, and you know what? I think the one thing I like about it, as it was explaining how this works, is like if you buy the Comfort Plus or if you buy, a first class pass, right, and you don't use all of it in the day that you purchased it, it pauses when you switch it back to the free. It pauses whatever remainder usage you have on the first class. So that way, if you need the first class access, you can switch back to the first class access through the app, and then you can use the remainder of it and then top up even more. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I think it's like a cool thing to just have just as a backup. Just a backup to have. You can put it on a phone you don't use anymore as a burner phone, just to like quickly access things. You can have it for an emergency phone in case power goes out, and if you live in a place with that like has like natural disasters impact it. You can take advantage of it, right? All you need is a Gmail account. Perfect. I'm gonna create an entirely new Gmail just to try this out. See how it works out. Um, but yeah. So, anyways, that's pretty much all the time that I do have. I appreciate you guys for being here, hanging out with me and whatnot. Yeah, I know. It is. I totally forgot today. I was supposed to set this up directly to the YouTube, to live stream directly to YouTube without restream. So I'm gonna do that later today. But I actually am enjoying basically live streaming with OBS, so I like it. Anyhow, so that's it. That's what I got for you guys today. Stay tuned because in about an hour, the Pixel 9 deal, where you can get a Pixel 9 for $400 on US mobile. That video is going to drop with all the deets you need to know how to take advantage of that deal. So that'll be coming up here shortly. But yeah, that's all that I have for you guys today. You guys be cool, be safe, and I will definitely talk with you guys in the next one for sure.